It appears that Vitaly has changed Philippine law. Yes, from the National Privacy Commission of the Philippines, saying vloggers must blur bystanders in posts under new NPC guidelines.
Wow. Today's video, we have Vitaly breaks down after being sent to maximum security prison. So you already know, man, we gave y'all our last video talking about our update. Vitaly got sent to prison, but we didn't really get to see what the man was looking like, man. We saw the living conditions, the way he's gonna look like. That shit look crazy. Like, goddamn, bro. Hero.
Shit, if you ask me, this is an upgrade, bro. I'd rather be in max security prison than to be in the Philippines, surrounded by a whole bunch of men in one cell like a slave.
Alright, so Vitaly has officially hit rock bottom in the Philippines.
Oh,
and
shit,
this isn't
look
just
at
about
him.
him losing
He
muscle.
literally
or
looks like a
crime behind
Philippines
bars.
nigga right
No,
now.
this man might have accidentally changed Filipino law just by being the most chaotic, clout-chasing nuisance in recent memory. Let's get into the full breakdown of what's actually going on with Vitaly, because between the failed bail, the body transformation, the prison transfer, and the new data privacy law he accidentally helped trigger, this story has evolved from YouTuber in trouble to a global embarrassment getting legally humbled in 4K. Let's rewind just a little. Up until recently, Vitaly was being held in an immigration facility, basically a holding spot where they keep foreigners who are about to be deported. It was jail light. Think of it like airplane peanuts, technically food but barely. Well, now he's actually been sent to real prison. As of the 11th of June, the Filipino Bureau of Immigration has officially transferred Vitaly into the custody of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, aka the BJMP. That's not just a department switch, that's a full upgrade to hard mode. The reason? Local criminal charges. Translation, he's not just getting kicked out of the country, he's being prosecuted like a local criminal. And here's the twist, he's staying behind bars until his case plays out fully. Then and only then, he might go back to immigration for deportation. But even that's not guaranteed. He's stuck and there's no rescue team coming. And actually guys, I have some bad news to tell you. I'm recording this after recording the original video, but Vitaly actually posted bail from a BJMP for the court case of unjust vexation. However, he is not released and doesn't have freedom. Instead, he was transferred back to the Bureau of Immigration holding facility. Basically, he's still in jail facing a deportation case and officially labeled as an undesirable foreign national. So he's still having fun in jail. So now let's talk about the visual shock everyone had when new photos of Vitaly dropped after his transfer.
Damn, that boy escaped the maximum prison. That boy said, oh, we got the chance to pay us bail. You know his mama was sitting at the computer waiting, refreshing that bitch every second. Daddy, my boy!
Other countries don't care about the money, bro. You don't pay the price.
In his earlier photos, he looks like a human protein shake. Veins popping, chest puffed, smiling like he just bench pressed an apology. Now, well, the dude looks like he spent 3 months eating air sandwiches and doing cardio by pacing in his cell. He's in a decent shape, but the muscle gone. The smug smile gone. His face is sunken. His
Hold on. When you say his muscle is gone, hold on now. Muscle is gone? It's not as big. I wouldn't say it's gone.
Yeah.
Come on now, nigga. Hey, nigga, come on now. That's a bicep right. Hold on, man. That's a bicep right there. You got some muscles right there. This forearm. And that chest still look pronounced.
Yeah.
That boy been in there doing push-ups. Right. That's all he can do.
He's slimmed up, but he's not skinny.
Yeah. He just can't eat the same amount of food to stay that big.
Yeah.
People don't understand how this body weight shift goes.
Mums eating air sandwiches and doing cardio by pacing in his cell. He's still in decent shape, but the muscle gone, the smug smile gone. His face is sunken.
Yeah, he's in decent shape. Yeah, he said that.
Okay. Vibe screams, I made a mistake. Why the change? Well, two reasons. There is no gym gear in jail.
Definitely look down bad.
Photos of these Filipino jails, and yeah. There's not a lot of space. I'd be surprised.
As I said in my last video, he looked like Nico Bellic. I just come from Russia, my homeland. Y'all play GTA 4, you'll get the
If he
reference.
has space
Facts.
to lay down fully when he's sleeping. And of course, he doesn't have access to the performance enhancers he allegedly relied on. No testosterone, no supplements, no stacks, just plain rice and regret. And then let's talk about the stress and starvation. According to people who've seen the conditions in these facilities, inmates don't exactly get 3,000 calorie bulking meals. Some even claim he's being underfed or starved. Not intentionally, but because the resources just aren't there. And of course with Vitaly probably weighing like 80 or 90 kilos, compared to the average Filipino male, he's definitely not getting the recommended serving size for his body type. Now here's where the story gets wild. Because of Vitaly and streamers like him, the Philippines just introduced a new data privacy rule targeting IRL nuisance content.
It appears that Vitaly has changed Philippine law. Yes, from the National Privacy Commission of the Philippines, saying vloggers must blur bystanders in posts under new NPC guidelines.
Wow.
So to explain real quick, whenever you have
What I
nuisance
said,
streamers,
bro.
whenever you have these content creators, the
These
IRL
niggas doing
they're
IRLs, they're gonna
capturing
start changing
many
laws.
other people other than themselves in these videos, including
So how they
vulnerable
gonna do
people,
that?
children, disabled
While
people,
doing this
elderly,
live?
people that they have absolutely zero
Yeah,
permission or
the
consent to
platform's
record,
gonna have
and they're
to,
using him for
they're gonna have
clout,
to
for
implement
profit,
something if
and
they
even
want
to
niggas to
mock
do it.
those people that really can't defend themselves. Vloggers are now required to mask images of bystanders in their post under the new guidelines of the National Privacy Commission. NPC Circular number 2501.
The National Privacy Commission rolled out NPC Circular number 251. Yes, they literally gave it a boss fight name, which forces vloggers to blur bystanders in their videos. Not just children or vulnerable folks, everyone. If someone didn't consent to be on camera, you better blur them or catch a case. This applies to streamers, vloggers, even body cam users. If you're filming in public and capturing faces without consent, you could be hit with criminal, civil, and administrative charges under the Philippines Data Privacy Act. The commission even said vloggers must post privacy notices before recording and explain in plain language what data they're collecting. So yeah, not only is Vitaly in jail, he helped change law enforcement standards for content creators in the Philippines. He broke the system so bad they had to patch the game mid-season. And let's be clear, the BJMP isn't a luxury resort. It's known for being overcrowded, under-resourced, and brutally harsh.
Okay, so
especially
nothing
for someone like
changed.
Vitaly, who lived lavishly and
Still in the
acted amazing
shithole.
on camera. This isn't just jail time, this is a life lesson time. And even local Filipinos are saying the same thing. If this happened under former President Duterte, Vitaly wouldn't be in jail. He'd be off the grid entirely, like disappeared. People believe Duterte, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, wouldn't have tolerated the disrespect Vitaly showed. Some say he wouldn't even get a trial, and others claim if the president was still in office, we might be hearing about Vitaly in a true crime podcast instead of YouTube updates. Even now, current Filipino leadership
Dang, they could
is
do
sending a
that?
message.
Yeah.
Foreigners who abuse the country's hospitality
Look,
will
but,
face
but
full
what you mean if they could do that? Russia and America said they wipe their hands with this nigga. What you mean?
Nah, but I'm saying knock them off the map, yo.
Damn right.
That's crazy. Yeah.
consequences.
Niggas do have
Especially when you laughing in their face and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
alright, bro. The one thing you not finna do is laugh in our face like that. We finna show you, and ain't nobody finna hear from you again.
Facts.
No clout armor, no privilege. Now here's the part some of you may already know, but it hits even harder in context. Vitaly tried begging for bail, pledging to behave and not flee if released. That was flat out denied. Why? Because he's a massive flight risk, and both Russia and the US made it clear they want no part of him. Russia publicly condemned his actions and told his citizens, don't be like this guy. That's a diplomatic way of saying, he's your problem now. Meanwhile, the US took the lol no thanks approach. Vitaly is a green card holder, not a citizen, and nobody wants to go through the
That's
effort
why he
of
fucked
dealing
up
with
at.
his mess. The Philippines got the memo, that's why they moved him into the BJMP in the first place. If either country planned to swoop in and get him out, he would have stayed in immigration, but this transfer is a clear signal. He's being processed like a Filipino criminal and will face justice exactly the same way. Of course, that hasn't stopped the simps from simping. There's this one guy, an ex-fan, tuned, unofficial hype man, still claiming Vitaly is valuable enough enough to get traded internationally. Bro, be for real. His theory sounds like it came from a late night Reddit thread. Maybe Russia will trade a Filipino prisoner for Vitaly. Or maybe Trump will pull some strings because Aiden Ross and the Nelk boys are friends of him.
They're seeking to get him out of the prison because he has a Russian citizenship. He's technically a Russian citizen. However, he hasn't lived there in many years. He never paid taxes there.
Gang, they told the public they don't want nothing to do with him, bro.
Facts.
Why would you think they would turn around back to save him and the thief of the night? Oh, we just wanted to get the public off of the attention of it. Nigga, they don't give a fuck. Especially Russia. Russia is about code and honor and integrity. They're not playing that shit, bro.
Yeah.
He just traveled there, stayed in touch with certain YouTubers, had some certain connections, but he still has a Russian citizenship. And on top of that, he's a green card holder. I don't think he has a citizenship yet in the United States, but most of his life he lived in the States. So this is like a structure of the Russian government, especially during these times when there's a war in Ukraine. What Russian government is seeking for is to get a valuable person, which Vitaly is. I mean, he's a public figure, right? Public figures are always valuable people because they have following base, they have
all right. Now listen, in my last video I said not to send hate. It's just because, bro, I'm a man of a positive outcome. I don't believe you can attain positive outcomes in your life if you're sitting here wishing hate on the next man.
Fact.
So when I tell you not to send hate Vitaly's way, I'm ultimately uplifting you. Notice I never said bro doesn't deserve to be punished for what he did. Fan or not, he did what he did, bro. We all get reckoned. We all have to reap the rewards of our actions.
With certain individuals overseas. So he's a valuable figure. That's why
this
Russian
nigga is glazed.
Diplomats stay in touch with the Filipino
he's still valuable.
The prison. There might be Filipino prisoners that are currently prisoned in Russia and might be valuable for Filipino government. So they can do the trade. They can exchange from one prison to another. Therefore, Vitaly will go back to Russia, and somebody from Russian prison who is a citizen.
What value is there being a nuisance?
Including no, or what's that guy named Aiden Ross, I believe.
The more you even think about it, the more you just want to like.
These people are valuable, obviously. If you're in a shithole like Vitaly, you're gonna be doing everything you can, and I'm pretty sure she's done already.
First off, this isn't a Cold War spy movie. Second, Vitaly's not valuable. He's not Edward Snowden. He is just a gym bro with a GoPro and no filter. And the saddest part, the same dude said Vitaly ghosted him years ago, refused to collab, and told him to kick rocks. But he's still defending him like a puppy waiting for a belly rub. That's not loyalty, that's delusion. Nobody's coming to save
that's
Vitaly.
What it is,
not
bro.
Russia, not the US.
You still want that
Trump,
collab.
not Eden, not the
Vitaly, I'll vouch for you, bro. You gotta let me get a collab now. Everybody talked down on you and I still gave you hope.
You know what? I'm starting to realize now, bro, when you seek a collab, bro, you're just fanned out. I'm starting to get it now. Looking at that guy,
Yeah,
I can kind of get it.
yeah.
Nigga, it's not I'm against a collab, but I'm not gonna go out my way and embarrass myself for no collab. That what you
For
do
sure.
right there is embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll never fuck with a nigga enough to put myself down.
True.
Never. I fuck with you though, but never. Like even Vitaly, I fuck with him, but you hear what I said? He deserved that shit. And I didn't even fuck with what he doing now, because obviously he's a grown ass man being immature. I've said this repeatedly.
The Nelk boys, not even the guy he told to screw off. So, from YouTube stunts to jail bunks, Vitaly's fall from grace is a warning shot to every cloud chaser on the internet. He thought going viral was worth anything. He thought he was untouchable. He thought consequences were just a YouTube comment section problem. But the Philippines isn't a playground, it's a sovereign nation. And when you break the law there, you don't get a slap on the wrist. You get locked up. You get your name blasted on the news. You get humbled by a justice system that doesn't care about your subscriber count. So yeah, Vitaly may have changed the law, but it came at the cost of his freedom, his career, and maybe even his identity. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let that sink in the next time you see someone live streaming themselves being obnoxious in public. Because if the Philippines can lock up one clout gremlin, they can lock up more. Stay safe and stay off the cringe side of YouTube. Have a great day, like, subscribe, comment.
Bro, shout out to bro, man. This was a good video. Shout out to bro, man. Good video. Gotta show love. T-Raw.
I was thinking that the situation changed. when they said maximum security prison, I was still thinking on some US shit. Maybe, you know, he would have been in a cell by himself, locked up 23 hours a day.
At least he didn't have to get into that cramped one. That's what he said. They posted bail, so he didn't get transferred to the maximum one. That was the maximum he was going to.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the maximum was the. Hold on, so I'm confused now. Did he get transferred from the 92 person cell?
He was never in there. He was in jail.
Okay.
He was in Philippines prison, the regular jail. And
Okay.
he was gonna get transferred to that ass cell. His cell that he was in was just filthy, disgusting.
Oh,
He's already packed up with probably 5-6 niggas.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So he is in the maximum security where it's like you locked down 23 hours a day,
Not
but
yet.
you're the only person.
Not yet.
Okay.
And he was heading there.
Okay.
And then he posted bail.
Uh-huh.
And so now he just stayed in jail instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, shit. I guess he is doing better, man. You feel me?
Well,
I would do anything not to go to the 91, 92 nigga cell.
yeah, you
One
still in a
cent.
cell with like 5
I
niggas
don't give a fuck.
with rat shit.
I don't give a fuck.
But one
The
no
other
toilet.
one is way worse.
Yeah, you're right.
96 niggas in one cell without running water. You can't even take a shit in peace.
You'll die.
What?
I think you'll die.
So, hey, man. At least he got something, bro. At least he not what I'm talking about, going to that cell, that is rock bottom. That's rock bottom, bro. That might be the underworld. That's not even rock bottom. That's the underworld.
To the end of another video. If y'all made it this far, man, you love y'all. We're grateful for y'all, man. Go ahead, binge the rest of the videos, man. You already know, man. We're gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.